going to be like a channel message, I guess you can say. So, yeah, I channel like some really weird stuff sometimes, but I felt guided to. So, I've been wanting to do this for a minute, but it's a time and a place for everything. So, I feel like it's the right time to do this. Some of these messages may like resonate with you, and some of these messages may not resonate with you. It might sound completely ludicrous to somebody, and then to one other person it can sound like, you know, everything that they've been feeling or know to be true. So yeah. um I should have said like sunken place peen too, because some men, you know, they have destructive peens. You know, their energy's not right in that, you know, that space energetically. But I'm speaking of the wound, and it's time for us to be discerning of who we lay with. And I feel like a lot of so-called divine masculines, as they're known, divine masculine energies, are involved with lower vibrational women. In some cases, divine masculine are dealing with lower vibrational men. Okay, but just take whatever aspect resonates with you. Okay. Um, Shout out to my Himalayan salt. That's what you guys see. It's changing colors. So I'm sending y'all some like beautiful energy. It looks pretty dope from how I'm seeing it, but yeah, I'm sending y'all some good energy. Hopefully you guys send me some good energy. Anybody that's like trying to project some like stank ass energy towards me, I send it back to you tenfold, like reflect it back to you. Anyway, so the energy that I picked up pretty much is that these lower vibrational energies that your divine counterpart is encountering doesn't have to be their partner. It could just be, you know, if they're, you know, dancing around, you know what I mean, like sleeping around or whatever, then that applies as well. um, you know, because these energies, these lower vibrational energy women, they just take and take. I'm speaking for women because I am a woman, but men, they do the same. So just take whatever resonates. These partner, they don't bring anything to the table really. They're energy vampires, basically. They just strip your energy. They want something from you. They don't want to give anything. If they do give, it's to gain something. It's never an equal exchange ever. um Also, you'll notice like nothing ever changes in a dynamic where there's a lot of karma and imbalance and destructive energies. These people never change. You know, the relationship doesn't really evolve. It might have like its highs, but then it gets low, and then it goes high again, and then it gets low. So it's like a fluctuation. It's never an evolution. It's never an evolution um with this person. um because you see, like when you're in a true divine connection, even like through friendships and soul family, they push you to growth, they push you to evolution, they help you and encourage you to be your best self. When you're in these lower vibrational connections with people, sexual ones, romantic ones, platonic friendships, family, there's people that want to just pull you down. They don't want to see you elevate. They don't want you to ever grow past them. And that's not your tribe. That's not unconditional love. You know, if they do want you to succeed, they want to be able to ride the wave with you. They want to be able to say, oh, yeah, I knew him or I knew her. Like, yeah, or I'm going to ride the wave just so I can get on or whatever. It's not true love and support, basically. Um, I also feel like, you know, with the divine feminine energies or even divine masculines, you can take this as, you know, for you too. When you're dealing, whoever you're dealing with, they could be dealing with lower vibrational partners too. But for divine feminines, they have a natural healing nurture, you know, nurturing healing energy that has the power to heal other masculines as well, not just their specific masculine, but feminine energies are here to help. They're nurturers. They're divine mother energy. You know, they are a seed from of the divine mother and divine father energy of the planet. So by nature, they have that same mothering energy. They have that healing nature. These lower vibrational energy women or men, they don't have that in them. They don't have that ability to heal and to nurture and uplift. They strip, they steal, they destroy. They add chaos to your life. They inflict sickness upon you. They don't add anything. Um, and that's not to say that there's some unawakened divine feminine energies out there, because I was one at one point. I was like very young minded, and I was in very low vibrational relationships. I was in it for superficial reasons and whatnot. So I would say that there are some divine feminine energies that are unawakened too, that are on that mess, But there's some people that kind of, that's just their role in life. Like, they're not meant to evolve. They don't want to evolve. That's not their character. Some people are just low vibrational beings. That is what it is. Or it is what it is. Um, I also feel like for these lower vibrationals, it's solely always about sex. That's the main catalyst, is sex. It's not anything based off of true connectedness. It's always based off of a sexual energy. It's always based off of a physical attraction alone. It's never anything deeper. There's no desire to really know that person on a deep level. It's just, he's attractive or the sex is good, and you sometimes you feel like you're in love with the person because of infatuation. But even deeper, when you get involved with someone sexually, you start to really become that person, and you yoke yourself into each other's energy. So you start to believe that that's, this is the one, and you want to be with that person. But in reality, it's a sexual energy. And I feel like that's a lot of the strongholds for some of these connections, that lack that divine energy. So it's all about a sexual desire for one another for the most case. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that, to have that sexual energy there, because that is a creative energy. That is also, we deserve self pleasure too. We always have to find balance, of course. We can't overindulge in that energy, of course. But um, that's solely what it's about with these, what you guys call karmic partners. Just so you guys resonate, you guys understand where I'm coming from. What you guys call as karmic soulmates, that's usually what it's always about. um I also feel like you can heal through sexual energy, and that's what the divine feminine has the power to do. Even the divine masculine energies too, when they're awakened to their true power, and you're in your essence of healing. Even some that don't even know who they are yet have that power. So like, some of you guys may be like, I don't know why this dude won't leave me alone, like he's tripping. Like, you don't think that you got it like that, but your energy, it's something about your wound, and you can heal a person sexually without even having to physically lay down with them or even touch them. So it's a power that you possess. And not to say that these, what you guys call karmics, don't have that power too. Theirs is just like on the darker level. It's the seductive nature, it's the temptress nature, it's the and males have that energy too. So it's not just the women, but males have that energy. That's good energy on a level that you use it, you channel it in the right way. But when you're using it, for destruction and deceptive natures and things like that, that's when it's being channeled the wrong way. I hope I'm making sense, because like, I wrote things down, but other things are coming to me, so I kind of sound like I'm all over the place probably. um you can definitely heal with your sexual energy. I do also feel that um triggering, it always leads to revelations and healing. So it could be that, the karmic energy is helping to bring about revelations too. So they play a role in the situation, good and bad. So you have to kind of like thank your karmic situations. And karmic partners are not always romantic. These can be family, these can be friends, these can be coworkers. People, like a job could be like a karmic situation that you kind of have to just go through in life, a living situation. Like, there's so many multiple things. It's not just a person. But how things are different sexually, like, just going a little bit further into that, just based off of my experience and what I believe and what I picked up on, is it's very different in and out of the bedroom, if you want to call it that, between your divine counterpart versus your karmic counterpart. um it's more on the karmic side. It's a lot of controlling and manipulation. It's always, I only love you if you do this, or I only love you because of this. It's always an if with I love you. It's not I just love you. It's there, because with divine connections, and even like soul tribe, you just love the people already. Like you just already have a natural love for them. You don't need to have an explanation as to why you love others, or why you love your divine counterpart, or why you love others in the world or your soul tribe, because it's there. It's an unconditional love. But when it's like a forced, it's something that has to happen. That's why I hate when, like, I hate this term falling in love, or I'm in love with you. It sounds like you had to get there. It was never anything that was already deep within you. It wasn't something that was natural. You didn't, not to say that the love, you can't discover the love that's there, but it's kind of like you're forcing yourself to grow into it. Like it's not natural. It's not already existing. Um so it's just this convenience and love, and this person, the karmic energy, like a partner, they don't love you for who you are. They love your ego. They love what you project out in the world. They don't love who you truly are. They don't see you past your traumas and your flaws. And even with those things, you know, truly you would love one another, because we all have flaws. We all have trauma. We all have, things that we could do better on, and we have past. And it's like, I love you because those things make you who you are, and they are going to be the things that make you much stronger and a person who has something to share with the world. You're someone of many different aspects of yourself. That doesn't mean that you accept people's destructive behaviors and their fuck shit, to put it a little more straightforward. Because when you love a person, you'll call them out, be like, you know what, I love you and everything, but I don't agree with that. And it's your life, it's your free will, but I don't choose. I will not associate myself with that behavior, whatever you got to do. Or if you feel like they're heading the wrong direction, it's like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think that's a good idea. Versus when you're with this ego partner, this person can care less what you do. Like they don't want you to elevate, so they're going to co-sign, like my sister, one of my sisters say, co-sign your fuck shit. They will. They don't care what you do with your life. Like, they don't care if you self-destruct. And sometimes they do want you to do well because there's a motive to it. They'll stick around as long as they feel like you got something or you're going to elevate. So they love the falseness of you. They love the pretentious aspect of you. They don't really love who you are. This person also holds back emotionally. They don't give you anything. They might not even give anything emotionally at all. A karmic partner usually is a narcissistic person. So they come from a narcissistic place. They don't really have any true depth or empathy or anything to give. So they're going to hold back a lot of times emotionally. This person discourages you all the time. Like, they'll tell you you ain't shit, or oh, you could be better, or oh, like this person, oh, you're not like them. Like, all of the persons that I had karmic relationships with, they never encouraged me. In fact, they would always like spill curses at me by telling me that I wasn't this, I wasn't beautiful enough, I couldn't do this certain career because I wasn't good at it, or blah. They never encouraged me. So it's like, you're going to have that because it's a spell to keep you under this illusion that you're not better. You can't get anything better than them, or you'll never be able to succeed in life. This is where you're meant to be. On my level, you can't go any higher than me. This is just where you deserve to be. And that's a spell or a curse that they're putting on you with their words. It's a programming. Yeah, so they just love you for what you have to offer and what you can give a lot of the times. They never add anything they don't bring anything to the table most of the time. Like, I hate to bash these women. It's not that not all of them are like this, and I have to see it on a deeper level that these types of women, they're mostly wounded people. Men too. Men, like, when you go on Instagram, this is like the perfect example. The Instagram model, quote unquote, is what they call it. It's like a woman that just takes pictures of her body all day, or where she's going, like, oh, I went to Milan and I'm on a yacht. Like, it's those types of energies that mostly come in the package of a karmic energy most of the time. Um, Not always, but for the most part, I've noticed that a lot of karmic partners look like that. Some of them, I'm speaking of the females, some of them are like very, very low class. Like they're not, some of them like very just have like a masculine look to them, very harsh, very just mean looking. Like it's just you have to look at the energy of a person. Like you can look at Instagram models and say, oh, she looks good. Like on the surface, yes, they do. A lot of them do. But when you, some of them look like clones. Some of them, they look very empty in the eyes. They don't have any emotional energy. They don't have any warmth to their energy. It's very dull. There's no light in them. It's, if you have to read energies. And I think it's hard when you're under the illusion you just see a fat ass and you see some big titties or something in a nice outfit. You know, she's got a nice handbag, and it's like if you're caught up in that world, then that's cool, that looks good. But when you look at it, it's nothing there. Now, speaking of men karmic partners, a lot of them will be bad boy types. Yeah, a lot of them will be what we call is like handsome. A lot of them will probably be flashing money, cars, jewelry, things like that. A lot of the times. Nowadays, they disguise themselves as like spiritual gurus, talking all this, you know, conscious stuff. Some of them will cloak themselves as conscious, and they're really just a fuckboy wearing an ankh and some crystals. Same with some of these conscious women too. Some of them are hoes in disguise. I'm calling it like it is. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm being real. I'm being so real right now. I'm not trying to be mean or like, but it's like you have to read the energy of a person. And not to say that every woman that poses on Instagram like that is a hoe or lower vibrational. Most of them are, because they come from wounded backgrounds. A lot of them have been raped, molested. Their mothers were absent, or their mothers did not love them, or their fathers were not around. And same with the men. Fathers were not around. They were raised by a single mother. They were raised maybe by a mother who had men in and out of the house. So it's just like you have to just pay attention to certain things. A narcissistic person sometimes is bred by a narcissistic parent. Some cases. Um, yeah. This other energy is just like they also don't respect you. They don't respect who you are. They don't really respect you. You know, if you have an opinion or something, they want to deflect and gaslight you all the time. They will usually just stick around for what you have to offer and what you have to give. That's why a lot of you guys who are in karmic partnerships, the person that you're dealing with, or the person that your divine counterpart is dealing with a karmic situation, they're stuck in financial situations because they're in a relationship for the wrong reason. Like they're staying together because of bills. They're staying together because they have kids. Like it's never anything like we have a deep connection, a deep bond, or I truly love this person, or you know, we're good together, we grow together. It's always an obligation. So you have to pay attention to that. It's also fear-based energy. Like this person might abuse me. This person might tell my family that I did this. It's like fear-based things. It's never, it's a facade as well too. Like, oh, I don't want the world to think that, you know, I can't do this, or, you know, we have an image to upkeep for some of you too. Like, it's a lot of energies. However, when it comes to your divine counterpart, like the divine feminine energy or the divine masculine, what they bring to the table, versus this karmic energy, is they love you unconditionally. But like I said, they'll set boundaries with you, and they'll also call you out if they have to. They're not going to allow you to sit back and just F up your life. They're not going to allow you to stay stagnant, because they're a reflection of you. We're all reflections of each other, actually. Like, even karmic energies will reflect to you things that you don't want to see, and we have to do that. You can't hide from one another, especially if you're deeply connected with people. You can't hide your true self. So They also will be supportive. They'll support you to the end. Like, they will uplift you. They don't want to see you down. Like, and that's the thing about a divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy, the nurturing aspect and the protector energy. Like, I got your back. Like, I would never want to see you fail or lose. And that's the thing. Like, even if that means it's not about me, like, I'm not going to be in your life anymore. I just want you to do well. I could care less about what happens between us. Not that you could care less, but it's like an unconditional love thing. Like, no matter what happens between us, I want you to be good. Um, I had a friend that said that to me, and that stood out to me. I was like, that's really sweet of him to be like, even if we're not cool after this, I want you to be happy, and I would hope that we would still be friends and we still be cool. And that's some real stuff. Like, people, not enough people feel like that. Like, you'll lose a friendship or a bond with someone. You're like, oh, I hope that bitch don't, this is, some people say stuff like this. I hope she doesn't succeed, or blah, 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 F her or F him. I don't care. I hope blah, 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 the next one he gets with. And that's our ego talking sometimes. But mainly, deep down in the heart of the divine feminine or divine masculine, they just want people that they truly love and care about to do well. Um, with the divine feminine, what they could do is love you in multiple ways. Like, they love you in many, many different ways, and it doesn't take away from your power. So loving you is not a constriction. It's not a codependency. It's a free type of love. Um, Definitely like a tough love at the same time. Like I said, like, they'll call out your traumas, they'll call out your ego and let you know where you're wrong and help, because that's here to help you. It's here to direct you. It's not like the same as a person like tearing you down. It's like, hey, I see something, I don't like it. You know, I would hope that you fix that. I'm here. It's also like some of them, deep down, I do this for people I care about. I pray for everybody, but your divine feminine definitely will pray for you. They will definitely wish you nothing but good. Um, they also speak to your soul. Like, divine feminine energies have that power with everyone. It's not just their divine masculine. They speak to your soul. They will speak life into you. They're very spiritual. They're dope women. Like, they're not. I think people have this like conception, like this notion or whatever, this perception that spiritual women are boring or they're fanatical. They're extra like, oh, love and light. Like, not really. Like, spiritual women, they go, like, they're not surface level um spiritual women. They don't just, it's not, I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but they have like the power to like tap in ways that no one else can tap in and really dig out the best in you and also the worst out of you. But both of that is needed. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. They're not just here to just cook and clean and do laundry and sleep with you. Like, there's much more to that. There's much more to a divine feminine energy than that. They're out here working and taking care of their business, and they're taking care of kids for the most case. Like, they're really out here, taking care of themselves and their wellness and focusing on their self-love and healing and helping other people heal. That's what they're doing. It's not always about looking good and being in the gym and turning heads and shopping and all that. Like, that's part of it. I'm a divine feminine that appreciates, shopping. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Taurus. Venus ruling all day. So, of course, I love, like, shopping and girly stuff and nice clothes and shoes and all that. But that's not the end-all, be-all. You know what I mean? But they're also out here working with their guides, and they're also out here helping you, like speaking to your angels and your guides and praying for you and, doing spiritual work for you and healing. And not that they should take full responsibility. I don't, me personally, I don't feel like I should do all the work for people spiritually. I help them. I'm like a gateway, like, to kind of lead you to that. But there's some out here that are slaying demons, praying for you, you know, sending out loving and healing energies to you, your loved ones, your family. Like, they mean well. You know, they wish for your safety, your success. You know, they're doing energy work to heal themselves as well. Like, it's a lot. And to go a little bit deeper, like, you know, some of them are freaks, and I feel like that's another thing. Like, oh, she's spiritual, she's whack in the bed. Like, no, don't play yourself. Like, don't play yourself. Most spiritual women, they're very selective of who they lay down with. Even the ones that sleep with multiple men, they're very selective of who the men they decide to lay with, because it's about an energy. Like, if you're not you're not carrying that divine masculine energy or that divine feminine energy, I'm not messing with you. Some cases, some divine feminines or masculines decide, you know, to keep themselves celibate or save themselves for their divine counterpart. So it doesn't really matter, but it's like selective. We're not out here just sleeping with people. And it's like, also, you know, we're doing healing work when we have sex. We're doing manifestation and magic and manifesting things through sex. Like, there's an intention with it. It's not all about just getting your rocks off and busting a nut. Like, it's more to it than that with the spiritual woman. And it's like, you can tell the difference between you're getting your energy sucked out. Like, you might get fucked to sleep real good by a karmic, but at the end of the day, you're drained, you're miserable, you're lonely, you feel a lack of love. Like, it's different. The energy is different. I know what I'm talking about because I've been in different cases. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know, it's love in everything that they do, through love making, through cooking meals for you. Like, when you cook food, I don't know if y'all know, but like, energies transfer when you're cooking too. So if you're cooking with love and you're cooking, you know, while you're happy and you love to do this and you love the people you're cooking for, you want people to be happy, that energy transfers into what you're cooking. If you're like, oh, I gotta cook for this, I'm gonna just be real, y'all. I'm just gonna be real. Oh, I gotta cook for this nigga right now. Oh, I gotta cook. Oh, I don't wanna do this. Oh, whatever. I can't stand him. I don't feel like cooking. Oh, I can't stand this. Blah, blah, blah. Or why do I gotta cook for her? Why I gotta buy her food? Like, the energy transfers. It's completely different energies and vibration. There will never be any obligation to loving a person because they want to take care of you. Like, divine feminines want to take care, and so does divine masculine. Like, true divine masculines, they want to cater to the divine feminine. All divine feminines, like, they're going to be loving towards all divine feminines. They're going to respect all divine feminines. Same with divine feminines with divine masculines. They respect the divine masculine, not just their own divine masculine, but all divine masculines. They support them and they uplift them and they encourage them because they know that this is a spiritual thing. This is a journey. This is kind of like a team. Like, we're out here, we have missions to do. So I'm not here to knock another divine counterpart down because I know that they're a part of the bigger picture. They have their own individual aspect that they bring, but it's like, it's one big thing that we're all doing. You know, they'll have your babies out of love. It will never be out of obligation. That's another thing. Like, to keep a guy or to keep a girl under your wing, it will never be. I want to carry your babies out of love because I love you and I want to carry that legacy with you. Your energy, your essence, your everything that you stand for. That I want to carry that. That's out of love. You know, not for checks, not for trapping you and keeping you and all of that to make your life miserable. It will never be any of that. They also allow you space to find your divinity. When it comes to like these karmic partners energies, they don't want you, like I said, they don't want you to rise up. They don't want you to do good. They like you being a slave to your ego. They're comfortable that way because they're a slave to their own ego. So therefore they kind of, it's that misery loves company type of thing. So in essence, you know, that's what it is. I hope that was not, I don't know, I just felt guided to share this. But yeah, sex with the divine woman / goddess, it's a healing thing. It heals you. It does not drain you. And same with the divine masculine gods out there, divine men, you know, you guys too. You will bring life. You're not going to drain each other. In some cases, we can be low vibrational, so maybe there were some points in times where we drained some people sexually too. And I'll admit, like I said, I was young and ignorant to who I was. I didn't know who I was at the time. I didn't know my power. I was not using it wisely. So I can't say that I wasn't a destructive person, because there was, yeah, I was pretty bad back then when I was younger. But it's all about healing. Like, you have to be receptive to really want to heal yourself. Like, that's the thing. Some people go through their own awakenings at their own time, and it's like, do you want to heal? It's all about what you desire for your own self, your own path in life. Nobody can force you to want to awaken to who you are and to tap into, your connectedness with God, the universe, whatever, the world, what you came here to be and do, how to clear out your traumas. Like, nobody can tell you, like, it's, you got to do it. Like, it's, of course, there's encouragement, you have support around you, but you have to deep down in yourself want to be that change. You have to want that for yourself. And I say this to divine feminines and people like myself who are empaths and want to help everybody. Sometimes you can't do that. Like, you can be there to support and uplift and kind of like help them, like push them, but you can't walk with them and hold their hand throughout it. Like, at some point you got to break free. You can't be codependent. It's another thing about divine connections. You cannot be codependent on another person. That's with any relationship. You should never be codependent upon anybody. That's a part of unconditional love as well, is that detachment to say, I allow you your time and your space to be where you need to be. I'm here always. If you're draining me and you're bringing me down, and that goes for your divine counterpart, if they're at a point in their life where they're not in a good space and you're aligning your energy with their that fall down, you're going to align yourself with that to where it's going to affect your life. And that's why spirit says to walk away sometimes from people, family and friends. Like, that's hard because you love them. You love them and you want to be there for them, but sometimes you can't. There's nothing you could really do. Like, a person has their own personal decisions and journey and connection with God and free will that you can't always, step into. You kind of have to step back and allow it to be, because it's always that person that's hanging around. When a drive-by happens, that good person gets hit, not the people that started the drama. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a good one that gets taken down. So it's like, you have to step out of that energy and allow them to deal with their own battles sometimes, and wish them well, send them healing, pray for them, whatever you feel guided to do. But you cannot fight a battle for another person or sit in it with them and sympathize and wallow in their sadness with them, because all it's going to do is it's going to reflect back onto you and whatnot. So protect your energy always, you guys. I hope that reading resonated. It's not a reading really, it's more of a channeling and a little bit of a little bit of me being ratchet, but I'm just being real in a way that I feel guided to, in a way that I feel like most people can understand. So if you guys are like, oh, you're cussing, she said nigga, she said bitch, she said fuck, she said shit, whatever I said, if that offends you, like, whatever. I'm not for the fake fake woke and the fake I'm like holier than thou, because, like, come on, for real, like, stop. Like, what you think a spiritual person is supposed to be, I'm not that. Like, I'm not about to be, oh, love and light, you guys, oh my god. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. I would just be real as I can be. But all right, that's enough. So much love to you guys. I appreciate everybody, and I send everybody love, and I will talk to you guys soon.